Hey, everybody. Or I don't know what I was going to try to say there, but hey, everybody. That's what I was trying to say. Hope you're having a great Friday, doing another lunch break live stream here. Don't have a whole lot planned, but was just thinking I have a lot of fun doing these and hanging out with everybody and getting to talk and have a good end to my work week. So I hope you all are doing well. It is a windy, kind of chilly day here, but it could be a lot worse, so I'm not going to complain at all. So hopefully y'all can hear me okay. If something's not coming across quite right, the video or sound or anything, just throw something in the chat and let me know. I always appreciate that. But I got some movies in, I got some movies watched, I got even a series that I started watching, and maybe we'll get into that a little bit and just wherever else things go. You got to let me know if you got anything you're watching, you got any big plans for the weekend, you have anything good you want to throw out there. Always love hearing good news. Never get enough of it. So always appreciate it. But yeah, I thank you so much for everybody jumping in. I see people popping in already, so I'm going to run into the chat real quick. Hopefully, like I said, you can hear me okay. And I probably will still have to mute a little bit. I feel perfectly fine, but hold on. Sorry. I gotta. Sorry, there was a work thing that came through. I just got to make sure I was good to go. But oh gosh, I just lost my train. Oh, getting over the cough. I feel perfectly fine, but I'll just like out of the blue still get like a little coughing fit. I think it's still from the same thing. So anyway, if I got to mute, I know I will have to mute, but if I have to do that too much, just so you know, I'll pop back on as soon as I can. But I'm going to run through the chat here real quick. We got people in here already. Got Collector Movie Man was in here early saying, "Hey Corey, how you doing today? Happy Friday. Have any good plans for this weekend?" I don't have anything big planned. No. I had to run out of town. I got back earlier than I thought I was going to. I thought I was going to be out of town doing something else. Anyway, long story short, I am around. I hope to get a few movies watched. And if the weather's nice, maybe get outside a little bit with my dog. But we'll see. Let me know if you got something big planned. Collector Movie Man also saying, "Corey, did you hear about the movie Tombstone getting a 4K release from Disney?" Yes, I did. It's a fun movie. So many quotes. That's like one movie. I remember going to see it in the theater with a bunch of friends, and we quoted that movie all the time after that. I have an old Blu-ray of it, so I'm probably going to sit tight and wait to hear some reviews about what the 4K looks like, if there's any new features on it, before I make my decision to purchase. So, but yeah, that's good news though. It's exciting, especially if somebody doesn't have it in their collection or wants to upgrade it. It's cool to have the option out there. Collector Move Man said, "And next week we're supposed to get the first official trailer of Avatar, Fire and Ash, and they've already announced how long the movie's going to be. 3 hours and 12 minutes. Oh gosh. To me, that's long. So I still haven't seen the second one. I have it. I got a used copy pretty cheap. So not saying anything bad about the movies. It's just it takes me a while to get to longer ones because that's one I've owned for quite a while. I saw the first one a long time ago, and I have that as well. So Way of the Water I have not seen yet, but I have some other 3-hour movies I have not gotten watched yet that I want to, like Horizons, the Kevin Costner Western. I still want to see that one. I have it, but 3-hour movies, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I'd go to the theater for that. Maybe I'm just getting old and grumpy. I can't watch a long movie like that. All right, I'm going to hurry up. I see some great chats popping in here, so I'm going to try to get to everybody here. Collector Wham, you had a series there. I appreciate you chiming in here. I heard the original cut of Avatar. There we go, Corey. Fire and Ash. I need to slow down. Was 10 hour. Oh, gosh, 10 hours long. But Disney made. There's no way in the world they would release a 10-hour long. What would they would do if he was like sticking to it? They probably would release it as a series, like a mini series or something, and split it up. Yeah, there's no way that's running in a theater. But that's why. But that's a heck of a. If that's true, I'm not saying it's not. I just have nothing to base it on. If that's true, that's a heck of a cut they took out of the movie. If they went from 10 hours to 312 or whatever you said it was. Yeah. Like taking out more than a third of the movie. That's crazy. Or take 2/3 of the movie. Sorry. Yeah. Keeping only about a third of the movie. Hey, Steve, what's going on? Just Moody's in here saying hello, Corey, and everyone in the chat. We got Nikki in here, my honorary mom. How we doing? Good afternoon, Corey. I've been meaning to. No, don't feel guilty if you haven't, but I've been meaning to hit you up and see what if you had a chance to make sure that Blu-ray was looking okay for you. If you haven't, don't worry. No judgment, because I have movies I bought a long time ago or got a long time ago and I have not watched it yet, but was just curious. Got some highs back and forth. Mr. Holland, what's going on? Saying, hey, Corey, have you convinced the wife to let you display the Ed 209 on the nightstand? Hey, there's 2 nightstands. There's one on my side and there's one on her side. I can't say what goes on her side. Maybe she can't say what's on my side. I don't know. That'd be kind of funny. I'll put that there. I still need to break it out of the box. I was so excited to get that in that mystery box. That was pretty crazy. And I know there's some sounds to it. That'd be kind of a funny thing to wake her up in the, wake her up for her alarm clock, have like I can't remember. You have 15 seconds to comply or whatever. But yeah, no, not yet. It's still in the box, unfortunately. I will be breaking that one out. I'm very excited to have that one. RoboCop's one of my favorites from being a kid to now, but I still really enjoy it. Hey, Sean, what's going on? Cinephile World Order saying good. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. If I could read. Thanks for jumping in here. Good to see you. Click on me. I can hear you just fine. Oh, perfect. Thank you. Always appreciate you jumping in and saying that. Saying hi's back and forth. Unplugged, what's going on? Saying hello, how are you? Doing good. Ready for the weekend. But everything's good. It's been a busy week, not bad, but busy. And I'm ready for the weekend. So I hope you're doing well. Maybe you got something fun planned for the weekend. Get some highs back and forth. Got Jeff in here. Good afternoon, Corey. Jeff, thank you very much for jumping in here. I had fun checking out your new, kind of sounds like a bi-weekly series that you got going on. That's a cool premise, I thought, with the sequels. Kind of hitting some movies. And forgive me if I get it wrong, but like sequels that maybe you like better than the original, or maybe they're overlooked or what have you, but kind of shedding some light on a bunch of sequels that are out there. And that's a cool idea. I like that. So I'm looking forward to, you had American Pie 2 on the first one. So be interesting to see what you have lined up for future ones. It's a cool idea. I liked it. Saying hi to Jeff. Highs back and forth. I love it. It just takes me a while to get through it. Words and pictures. What's going on? Saying hello. Hello to you. Hope you're doing well. Highs back and forth. We got Gareth in here saying, from Video Tasty, saying, should I upgrade my Tombstone VHS? It's the 4:3 and stereo. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you will notice. You will notice a difference if you go to the 4K. Who knows? Nobody's seen it yet, but I'm gonna take a wild guess. So I had the VHS of that, the DVD of that, and the Blu-ray. I have the Blu-ray of that right now, and yeah, I'm gonna hold off and just I could see upgrading that one, but I want to hear some feedback, what special features are on there, what the 4K looks like, um, and kind of go from there. I know a lot of people kind of poo-poo on the Blu-ray of that one, but I still enjoy watching it. But we'll see, and see what the prices are too. I know there's Steelbook, and then Jeff was just in here. I saw him post, and there looked like there was going to be a regular 4K release of it, not a Steelbook. And I'll be curious to see what the price points are. I don't necessarily need the Steelbook if there's a big price difference between the two, but yeah, I'll hold off and see what people say about it and get it out here. But thank you so much. We had a great group in here today. Wow. Always a great group. Let me rephrase that. Always a great group, but there's a good number in here today. We'll say that. Well, there's always a good number. I'm just digging myself a hole. I'm going to shut up. Well, shut up about that, but I'll keep talking. Holland said, no, Gareth, keep the bad boy. Yeah. I wish I would have kept it, but there was so many times when I upgraded some movies where I gifted whatever format I had that I was then upgrading from that older one. I would gift it to somebody that I knew would enjoy it. And that was one I did with Tombstone. So I only have the Blu-ray right now, but kind of wish I still had the VHS and DVD of that. But I know at least they enjoyed it for a while. Maybe I'll have to go back to some of those people and see if they still have it or not. I'm pretty sure they don't. A lot of people want to clear out, make some room, which I don't blame them. But Jeff was saying, you're not old, Corey. You just appreciate the art of a 90-minute movie. I do. And that's what happened last night. I'll get into that. I watched one. I had fun with it. And this is where I hate it. My memory is horrible. Somebody mentioned this movie before, and I'm totally blanking on it. But last night, it was late. I finally got around to watching a movie and found right about a 90-minute movie. And that's like, those are perfect. Not too long, not too short. I mean, it could be shorter and be fine, but can watch it and not stay up super, super late for it. But love keeping some great potential 90-minute movies in my pocket for late night watching. For sure. Sean was saying, haha, Avatar, I hate when that happens, but it happens to us all, Corey. Yeah, Avatar. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, because I keep on pronouncing it wrong. That time I actually said it right, and you spelled it Avatar. Yeah, whatever. I stopped trying to explain myself. But yeah, I kept on wanting to say Avatar. Yeah, you know what I meant, right? It's my eyes back and forth. Love seeing everybody. Thank you so much. Making my Friday. Speaking of making my Friday, we got D in here saying happy Friday. D, I had so much fun the last couple, well, now it was a couple nights ago, but then a few other nights ago, you had a couple live streams going on. So it's always fun to see you, Chilo, and the boys. Always fun to hang out with y'all. So thanks for jumping in and saying hi. I appreciate it. Wow, you guys are awesome. This is great. I'm not just saying it, like making my day. Oh, the day is gonna just fly by after this. After I have to go back to work for just a little bit, but some highs back and forth. Holland saying hi to D. Gareth was saying if they can pack the awesomeness of Showdown in Little Tokyo into 82 minutes, anything more is just filler. I love that. I love that, Gareth. Yeah, so true. There's some great movies that are like 90 minutes or less, and you're like, wow, that was like a complete full story. And yeah, I agree with you. That's funny though. Showdown in Little Tokyo. I've not seen that in a long time though. Hey, Adrian, what's going on? Saying hello, Corey. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too. Hope you're doing well, man. Saying hi to Gareth. Collector Movie Man was saying, I'm hoping to finish my Friends on 4K this weekend. I will be starting season 8 later today, so I'm about halfway through. It's 10 seasons. Wow, you're chugging through that. I hope you're having fun with it. I know you've watched it before, or quite a bit of it before at least. So hope you're having fun with it. Get some highs back and forth. Nikki was saying, I put it in Monday. No worries. I do that all the time. But it played all the way through and woke up at the end. Oh, well, that's all that matters, right? Because you were having some troubles with the DVD, I believe, going for you. So, hey, that's a win. And no judgment. I do that all the time. You don't know how many times I've started, whether put a disc in or started something streaming and woke up like way later, and I'm like, well, gonna have to start that one over again sometime. But saying hey there, Holland. Got Hortensia in here saying, hey, Corey, hello. Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. Have to tune in and see if you got some, if you're spinning some music later on Twitch. Always fun to hang out and catch up on that. We got Rich in here, TurnerFan77, saying, what's up, everyone? Hey, man. Hope all is well. Wow. You guys are awesome. I always love this. It's always, I feel like hopefully I keep up with it okay. I know I could probably go faster, but I don't want to speed through too much. Hanging out with friends. Don't need to speed up the chit chat. Culture Moon Man said, I got Deep Blue Sea on Arrow, a video 4K. Oh, good for you, man. Yeah, I didn't know about that. I have the Blu-ray of it, but yeah, that's cool. Arrow always puts out some cool sets, so don't blame me at all. We got Anthony. Anthony's Horror and More in here saying, yo, yo, yo. Had a fun time with Anthony and Larry the other night, doing that live stream of that mystery box from NECA, unboxing that. Anthony, we'll have to reach out to you. It could be months from now, but there may or may not be a horror box coming at some point. So we'll have to see what, if I didn't annoy you too much, we can maybe do that again. St. Anthony, we got Hortensia saying hi. Love it. Got the highs back and forth. I might skip by some of the highs back and forth, but keep doing it. I love it. Talk amongst yourselves. But I will try to jump in and hit what I can. Dee was saying to Hortensia, thank you. Doing well. Hope you are doing great. I'm excited for New Music Friday later today. Yep. Get over and see Hortensia on Twitch. DJ NC. But get some highs back and forth. Unplugged said, I've been busy with a lot of appointments. Oh, yep. And got lots more next week. So I'm just going to relax and watch some movies over the weekend. That sounds like a perfect plan. I'm sure that's, I'm sure that's wearing on you, but keep it up. Hope all's going well with it. And definitely some relaxation and throwing in some good movies. That's always a good thing to pick the spirits up a little bit or get some more energy going. So, hey, Rob, what's going on? Rob's Vintage Video saying, hey, good to see you. Got Joel in here, Dark Room Reviews, if I could say it right, saying, hey, Corey. I always am really good at looking at something and just saying the wrong thing. So, some highs to Joel. Yeah, he's checking out Dee's and Chilo's name, Jurassic Chaos. Yep. They got a great one. Holland was saying, Corey, you can watch Inside next time. I don't know about that one, but nice, short, very lovely film. You're tricking me, sir. I've never seen it, but I've heard things. We'll just say that. I've heard things. Mr. Dan and Horror, what's going on? Say, hey, Corey, my go-to source for short movies, 75 to 90 minutes, are made for TV movies from the 70s and 80s. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. I have two sets from, oh gosh, now I'm blanking on their name. They were a partner label of Vinegar Syndrome. It's Fun City Editions, I want to say. If I'm saying that wrong, I apologize, but Fun City Editions. I have two sets from them. It's Panic in... Man, I am great at blanking when I am on live stream. basically, I'm blanking on. I won't do that. I want to say Primetime Panic is what it is, and there's two versions of it. So Fun City Editions, Primetime Panic 1 and 2, they're made for TV movies, and I think they've kind of hit that time frame too. And I've been so meaning to dig into that. Maybe this weekend I'll have to at least crack into one of them. But yeah, those are perfect. Get those nice short movies, especially when it is later at night for me anyway. Sean said agree with Holland on that. Get inside of it. Nah, not saying never. That just might not be the first on my list. But got Smirk in here saying, hey, Corey. Hey, Smirk. Hope you're doing well. D was saying, aw, thank you. Always love having you in there. I really need to start being gangsta like you. Wash down a whiskey with a shot of whiskey. I was kind of joking, but kind of serious. But you were talking about, I think you guys were talking about I can't remember what Bacon was saying it was called, but it was like with a pickle juice shot after that. I'm like, I guess I can't knock it. I've never tried it, but that curled my lip a little bit thinking about it. Hey Gizmo, what's going on? It says, is it Brett Treat? I see you with your beard, Corey. Remember to give the beard some heavy strokes and slap. I will try to remember that, Gizmo, but it's good to see you, man. Got sup, Jeff. Wow, everybody's going great here. That's what sometimes I get quite a bit into the stream without even. I mean, I always like kind of line up some things to talk about, which is not like important if I get to it or not. They're just there, but I love this interaction where sometimes it makes it hard to even get to that, which is perfectly fine. I love y'all getting how you're chatting, talking to each other. Xteen, what's going on? Saying, hey, Corey, good to see you. Good to see you. Get some highs back and forth. All right, let's kind of try to catch up here just a little bit. Collector Man saying, you have a good live stream, Corey. I'm about to eat lunch. I'm having a homemade sub sandwich. Sounds good. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks for jumping in here and saying hi. I appreciate it. Some highs back and forth. Hortensia was saying to D, I'm actually getting everything ready for it now. I have some errands to run right before. Okay. I'll have to go try to check that out later. Okay, I'm going to run through some of these. Hortensia was saying, Corey, question. Do you like any Disney films? More specifically, live action films, like the new Snow White movie is coming out. What are your thoughts? I do like Disney films. I think I lean more towards the older classic animated ones just because maybe those are the ones I have a lot of nostalgia for and saw first. I think it's fine that they're doing the live action remakes of them. I just probably won't go see them in the theater. Nothing against them. It's just my kids are pretty much older and out of the house. I could see if you have like younger kids wanting to take them out to see them, but yeah, I won't go out to the theater to see it, and we'll see. It's a bias, I think, on my part, just with the nostalgia and what things I saw first, but I'll lean towards the animated original ones over the live action probably every time. But, if you like them, cool. Nothing wrong with that. Gizmo says, I need to leave you, Corey. I have better things to do. Oh, scratch my back. I'm sure he's what he's saying. And I'm kidding. I love your manly. I love seeing you, man. Always got to remember to proofread your quotes or your chats before I say them. But just kidding. Good to see you. Hope all's well. Chilo. Hey, Chilo. What's going on? What's up, Corey? And hope all is well. All's doing well. I was just telling Dee earlier I was having fun hanging out with you all your last couple live streams. There you go. That was the name of it. Dee was a pickleback. I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not judging you on it. I just haven't had it yet, and I like pickles, but I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if I could just do the pickle juice after a shot of whiskey. Uh, Maybe someday I'll try it. It definitely sounded interesting. We'll say that for sure. Get some highs back and forth. Jeff was saying, have you ever played Dead by Daylight? Yes, I have. If so, which console would you rather play on the most? So the only thing I've ever played Dead by Daylight on was on PC. So I think that's the only one I ever. I hope I'm not lying now. I'm not trying to. I think that was the only one I've played it on. I have a lot of games on Steam for PC, especially when my son was younger. We would do the Steam account where we could have it on a couple computers and play stuff. But I think that's the only one I've ever played it on. And it's been a long time and I didn't play it a lot. And I know I probably sucked, but yeah, that's one of those that'd be kind of fun to get a group of people together and play. But what do you usually play it on, Jeff? Sorry, same one. Asking Holland if he's got Mr. Dan and Horror Prime Time Panic from Fun City. I found it. Thanks for the info. Oh yeah, that's cool. I can't say one way or the other. It's one of those that I bought. Well, there's two. I have volume 1 and volume 2. I think volume 1, well, I got through Vinegar Syndrome when Fun City Editions was part of their affiliate or partner program, whatever they call it, where they were. Anyway, it was on that one. Volume 2, I think they might have separated from Vinegar Syndrome, and I bought it directly from their site. So they're ones I definitely want to get into, but good at picking stuff up and more than what I'm able to watch. So I got to get to it. Unplug says, can I see 2 copies of The Crow? Oh, the ones I got back here? I actually have 3 copies if I... Or where are they at? Oh, right here. I apologize if you're not actually wanting to see them, but I don't know if it was what you're asking. But when it did come out in 4K, there was one I saw in the theater a ton with a bunch of my friends. And it's back when they would go to like dollar theaters after they did their original run. But when it went to 4K, I could not make up my mind. I don't usually do this, but so I have 3 copies of the 4K. I have the regular 4K with the slip. Got that one, which I thought all of them I thought looked pretty cool. These hopefully you can see I got protective wrap on them, but then I have, and now I'm blanking on which one was which. There was some special edition ones, and I forget what they were exclusive to, but I have this steelbook. I have not actually opened this one yet, so, but it does look cool. I saw people pull it's a steelbook with a slip on there, and it pulls off and you can see more of the image. So I have that one. And this is another steelbook with a slip you pull off and see some additional artwork. So sorry all the glare there. So yeah, got the 3 going. So whatever. You can't see them all. I tried, but that's what I got back there. That's one I have just a lot of nostalgia for. So had to see that. Hey, Scolder, what's going on? Saying hello. Hello to you. Dan and Horror saying favorite Wings Hauser movie or performance, Corey. Oof. That's where you put me on the spot. I always can show my lack of Wings Hauser. Sorry, I gotta actually look up. I'm horrible with names. I might have to look into that one. If you got a favorite, throw it out in the chat. I always like seeing what people. Looking through the list here. I might have to get back to you on that one. I knew the name sounded really familiar, but now I'm like completely blanking on. Anyway, I might have to get back to you on that one. Sorry, that's where I kind of fail some of the trivia questions, but I'll have to look back through and see what what he was in. But if you have a favorite, throw out in the chat. Let me know what you like. D said, "Okay, if you like pickles, you got to try it now." Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. D was saying Chilo didn't like it, but he doesn't like pickles. Okay, I could definitely see him not liking it then. Jeff was saying I usually play Dead by Daylight on PlayStation. Yes, let's get a group together. Yeah, as long as you don't mind me sucking really bad at it. If you're there for fun, if you're wanting to like dominate, I'm probably not the person for it. And I've never played it a lot, and it's been a long time since I've played it. So I'd almost be like, yeah, I'm rookie level. But if you don't mind that, yeah, I think that'd be fun. I can't remember. Does that have cross console play? Like I could be on my PC and you could be on your PlayStation, or I do have a PlayStation. I could just get it on that too. But yeah, let's talk. I'd probably do something like that. Unplugged said The Crow 94 is one of my favorite movies. I didn't like the remake. I haven't seen the remake either, and 94 is, yeah. Like I said, I have a lot of nostalgia for it. I like that. Unplugged was saying, have you seen Dark City? Yes, but man, it's been a long time ago. Is that the one with, what's her name from Career Opportunities? Or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong one. No, I am. Jennifer Connelly. Yeah. And Kiefer Sutherland. Yes, I know I've seen it. It's been a long time. I think at the time I saw it, I was kind of like, oh, that's trippy. I'll need to go back. That'd be one definitely to go back and rewatch now later. Jeff saying it is cross-platform. Oh, cool. Yeah, we should do that sometime. I think it'd be fun. Jeff will say, I don't mind about skill. I'm always playing for fun. Okay. I'm just saying, I never judge anybody, but there's sometimes where they're like they want to dominate, and I'm not going to be the person doing that. So I did get some new movies in. I'll kind of run through that real quick. If you all don't mind, if you want to see, maybe you don't. There was the Paramount sale going on at Barnes and Noble. I ended up getting a couple more. I'm trying to decide whether I'm keeping both of these or if I'd take one back. But one I've never seen, but I heard some people talk about it before. But it was out of the Paramount Presents line. It is The Haunting. So, never seen it. That's one I'm debating whether I'm keeping or not, but it was like down to $9.99. $10. But The Haunting, got that there. And then they had this 4K set of the Zaz collection. So you got Naked Gun, Airplane, Top Secret, seen them all. Think they're all funny. Good price for the three of them in 4K and the digital code. So grab that one as well from Barnes and Noble. That Paramount sale is about through the movie. That's always good, Corey. Okay, and then Groove had a Blu-ray sale where it was like buy three for I can't remember what it is now. It ended up being like $6.66 a movie. It was pretty good, I thought. So I ended up getting 6 movies since it was 3 for whatever the price was. I can't do the math right now in my head, but I heard some good mixed things about, I said good, but then mixed things about this one, but I thought about checking it out. And for that price, you get the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital code. There is The Last Voyage of the Demeter. I believe how you say that, but so have not seen that yet. That is one. All the rest, most of these I've seen before, but another one I got, never had it in the collection, was Michael Douglas and Falling Down. So grab that one. Always laugh at that breakfast scene where he goes to the fast food restaurant and wants to order breakfast, and it's like 5 minutes past when they shut the breakfast stuff down. So that's always fun. Or I think it's funny. This one I haven't seen in ages, but I remember watching it with my cousins quite a bit. But got Friday. Got a little Ice Cube and Chris Tucker. Funny movie. Haven't seen it in a while, so looking forward to checking that out again. The next three, two I've seen, one I have not. One's got a lot of stuff being talked about with it, so I'm just dropping things all over the place. But the two I have seen, got the Blu-ray of Robin Hood, the Kevin Costner, Prince of Thieves. That one I have not seen in a long time, but that soundtrack, some of the music from that was played over and over. Bryan Adams, that one song was played all the time when this movie came out. So thought I might check that out again. I hadn't seen it in a long time. This is one I actually saw in the theater as well. This one I had looked at. I've seen it before. I saw it in the theater too. I thought it was pretty good, but it probably popped back up with Gene Hackman passing away. But you got some greats in here. You got Gene Hackman, Clint Eastwood, Ed Harris, and Absolute Power. Hadn't seen that in a long time, so I'll grab that one as well. The one I've actually never seen, but a lot of people have been talking about this one because there was a 4K that came out, and then it was pulled from the shelves when delayed, I think kind of indefinitely, but I think the plan is it will come out again, but it's delayed to kind of fix whatever problems were going on. But for about $6 or $6.50, whatever, I figured I'd check it out on this. So I got the Blu-ray of Daylight with Sylvester Stallone. So looking forward to watching that. A lot of people said it was a lot of fun. I remember hearing about it when it came out and everything, but I never saw it. So there you go. I know some people were lucky enough to get the 4K of that coming out. We'll see. I'll watch this, and maybe the Blu-ray will be just good for me, and we'll stick with that when it comes back out. But all right, catch back up with the chat here. Unplugged was saying, I'm watching you on a 4K TV and the surround sound. You're looking at sounding good. Wow, that's a lot of this, but I appreciate it. I'm glad it's coming through okay. Glad to hear. Anthony was saying, Allie and I really dig The Haunting, but most people hate it. Well, you know what? If both of you really like it, I'm keeping it then. I'm going to check that out. So, wasn't that bad. Like I said, it was like $10. So, yeah, I'll check that out. Good to hear. Jeff was saying, nice. That Zaz collection is a great deal. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. So, all of them I've seen, but some have been quite a long time ago. So I'll, looking forward to check them out again. Unplugged was saying, got some good pickups. Oh, thanks. Thank you. I thought they were pretty good. 2, I got a notification right when I was getting on here that were delivered, but I didn't have a time to go out and get them. So I'll have at least 2 to talk about next. Well, if I can do it next time, whenever I get to do this again, I will be able to talk about them at that time. We got Bacon in here, Park and Sip, saying, what's up, my boy? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, too. Always fun hanging out with you, too. I was talking to Dee and Chilo in here a little earlier. It's always fun to hang out with you all, and Hortensia on your streams that you do. So thanks for jumping in. Hope you got a good Friday going. Hope you got a good weekend in front of you. Scolder was saying, I liked Demeter. Oh, cool. You see, that's the thing. I've heard some people say like, oh yeah, you just check it out and you'll like it. And I know some people go the other way, but for that price, I think I'm willing to check it out. So, but good to hear that you liked it. Holland was saying Demeter is awesome if you have trouble sleep. You made me snort there, Holland. I see what you were doing there with that comment. Jeff was saying Falling Down is so good. Yeah, it's good. I haven't seen it in a long time. That's where sometimes it's cool to see some of those sales going on, and you can get some older titles that you either really like or you liked them and haven't seen in a long time, and it's not a bad price to grab them and check them out again. Unplugged was saying Falling Down is a great movie. Yeah, absolutely. Friday, another great movie. Yeah, I remember just laughing at that one so hard. It's been a long time, so yeah, maybe that'll be this weekend. Sometime I might need that's a good one to have like on hand when you just need a good laugh. A good fun movie to give you a laugh. So I'll have to keep that in mind. Anthony was saying, I love Falling Down. That's one movie that I always recommend to people. Yeah. Now that I bought this, wait, there'll be like some 4K announcement of it. So if that happens, you're welcome. But, D said that part is hilarious. Oh, was it Falling Down with the breakfast scene? Because I've felt like that so many times where not going as far as he did, but we're and not necessarily that same situation. But when you got somebody that's like, nope, sorry, we stopped doing that 2 minutes ago, and like, come on, really? Can you work with me just a little bit? Dee was saying we love Friday, one of my favorite movies. Yeah, like I said, that might have to be a movie for this weekend. I could see getting a good laugh out of it again. Like everything I do. Yes. That Bryan Adams song, that thing played forever when that movie came out, over and over and over again. Anthony was saying Absolute Power is great. Yeah, I remember really liking it, but like I said, I've never had it in the collection, and it's been a long time since I've seen it. But I remember it being really good. And when you got Gene Hackman, Clint Eastwood, Ed Harris, it's pretty good. Pretty great cast to work with. We'll say that. Unplugged was saying Daylight is classic. Yeah, I gotta watch it. That's one that I slap on, missed, whatever. But hey, Chris, what's going on? Chris C, the film nerd in here, saying afternoon all. Good to see you. Chris was also saying I liked the meter as well. Cool. Yeah, I'll have to. Well, now I got it. I got to check it out sometime. Anthony was saying I just rewatched Friday and Next Friday. Both are so funny. I do like that the film has the drama as well, though. The sequels are just straight comedies, but are really funny. Yeah, I'll have to jump back into that. That might be a big contender for this weekend for one of the movies to throw in, but we'll see. Sorry, I'm going to take a sip, but actually doing pretty good. But now I said that, I'll jinx myself when I'll start coughing. Saying hi to Chris. Chris saying hi to Jeff and everyone. Jeff says Friday After Next is a great Xmas movie and needs a blue. I've never seen it. I'll have to check it out sometime. Chris was saying just did my thoughts on Interstellar 2014. 8 out of 10. I'll have to go check that out. It's a good movie. That's good. I have that back there somewhere, wherever it ended up. After I resorted my movies, now I used to know exactly where to go, but now I'm throwing me off a little bit. But I've gone through a couple months of some more acquisitions. I'm gonna have to go through that whole chore again of getting everything put away, but have not gotten there at this point yet. Apparently, I'm a little bit lazy, but got some highs back and forth. Unplugged said they did 3 Friday movies. All right. Now, I knew there for sure about the 2, but I'll have to check that out. We were talking about a little bit earlier about watching some series. This is one I've heard people talk about for quite a while, and I think just more recently, Sam and Brendan over at Our Life in Horror, Brendan was talking about it, and I started getting into Invincible, the animated series on Prime, at least here in the US. And it's kind of like an adult as in like the violence and action that's in it, animated series. And I'm liking it so far. I just don't stick with series a lot. I usually end up going to going to movies more, kind of lean into them. But I think I have 2 more episodes left of the first season. I know there's 3 seasons. I'm just starting on it, but I'm enjoying it so far. I'm having a good time with it. I don't know if anybody has seen that or what you think about it, but Brendan brought this up too, and I noticed it. But I like the animation style that they went with. It kind of has a throwback to almost some 90s or early 2000s animated series. It almost kind of reminds me of like the X-Men one that was going on in probably the 90s, but yeah, kind of a cool style that they went with. And Plug was, if I can bring it up here. And Plug was saying, my movies are all over the place. Yeah, I get that way. All those are sorted, but then now I'm getting some stacks of, I'll come across a good deal on a bunch of used ones, and so I'll grab them. And yeah, I'm going to have to go through that whole process again here sometime. Chris is saying I'm doing a watch 100 films I own, and before okay, you're going to watch 100 films you own before you buy anything else. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Get things watched that you have in. I need to do a better job with that. I was starting to make some strides to that, but then I wasn't watching as many as I thought I was going to be. And then found some good deals on some used ones and some sales. And so I got to get back on that one for sure. He was saying, I guess you just need to have a Friday, next Friday, and Friday after next marathon this weekend. I have Friday for sure that I can watch. I don't even know. I'll have to check to see if the other 2 are even streaming on anything, but we'll have to see. Unplug saying, be right back. Oh, no worries. Steve was saying, trying to save space. I traded some discs at McKay's yesterday. I ended up bringing back more than I traded. I'm doing this wrong. We all do that. That sounds like a common story that happens. So I feel you. I completely understand. No judgment. But yeah, it's easy to do. And those McKays, I've gotten to visit a couple of them. They're nowhere near me, but I've gotten to visit a couple of them, and they're amazing stores for shopping some used movies, and a lot of other stuff too. That's crazy, everything they have in there. We got Bonnie in here, Mama Blu-ray, saying hello to you. Happy Friday. Are you having a good day? You got a weekend coming up? You got any big movies you're gonna watch? You always got to watch watch it. Always got to ask you, because I know you all get some good movie watching in. I got to get some in this weekend. I don't have to, but I want to. I at least want to get a couple. We'll see. 2 or 3. I don't know if that's pushing it or not. Or if I decide to be silly and not go to bed until late, I might get some more in, but we will see. Just making sure that's not work. Sorry. We're still good. Saying hi to Bonnie. Chris was saying it's not going to be easy, but LOL, the struggle is real. Yeah, for sure. I was doing really good for a while of not bringing in a lot of new stuff, but then there's some sales that popped up, and then I came across, like I said earlier, there was a couple different times where I came across some really good used movies for sale, and they were just so darn cheap that it's kind of hard not to. And that's even harder when you get them like super cheap, or like, oh, they're only like $1 a piece. And then you like come back with, like 10 or 12 more movies, and that starts adding up, like watch time wise. But highs back and forth. Jeff says, I love McKay's, Steve, but it's a catch-22. Yeah. Go trade some in for some money, and then you walk out with even more movies. Yep, I know how it goes. Chris said, I have no places like that in California, I think. I'm saving up, so maybe make a eBay store-like thing, but I would never gouge anyone. I despise scalpers. Oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with, you're not like going and buying 12 copies of the most popular thing coming out and trying to flip them for a profit. You're just, if you got things in your collection that you're like, well, maybe the money I can either use to save or get something else I really want. That's a different thing. People, yeah, you can thin your collection out in a lot of ways. Selling on eBay, or like something like McKay's, or um, gifting or giving, whatever. Whatever works for you. There's a lot of different ways, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. But yeah, so I was going through, like I said, and was watching Invincible. Who knows? Maybe I'll finish that first season this weekend if I only have 2 episodes left. That's a possibility. But then I got into a few others, and I can't remember what I've talked to since the last time. But I had a couple comfort movie watches, movies I've seen tons of times before, and I ended up watching them again, but not right back to back. But both were westerns. There was Unforgiven, or no. Sorry. I said that, but I said that wrong. Open Range is the one I watched. Kevin Costner, Robert Duvall, Annette Bening, one of my favorites. I did rewatch that again for I don't know how many different times. So that was one of my comfort watches that I got in. Another one is another Western that might not be known as well, but it's called The Man from Snowy River. And that is one from the 80s that I watched with my brother growing up. We grew up on a farm. We always had horses, and my brother was a bit older than me, about 6 years older. And we had this, I remember seeing it in the theater, and then we had the VHS of it, and we wore that thing out. He always wanted to watch it. One of the horses in there looked a lot like a horse that we had at the time, and we watched that over and over again. But it's a little different Western. It's out of Australia, but very, very good one. Pete and Hannah's watch list. I've talked to them multiple times about it before. Pete was a big fan of it too, and that was like one of the things we got a kind of a kick out of. I think that was a really big film in Australia, where they're from, because it's filmed there and this takes place there. But that also, me, some little country kid in the middle of America, was growing up watching it as well with my brother. So those are a couple of the comfort movies I got in, and there was a couple different ones as well. But let's see here. Let me catch up with the chat again here really quick. We got Movie Hunter 2020 in here saying good afternoon. Hope everyone is having a great day. We are. Movie Hunter, I hope you are as well. Got some highs back and forth. Hey, Allie, what's going on? Saying, hey, friends, happy Friday. I'm working right now, so I can't stay, but I wanted to pop in. Well, if you're still in here, thank you for popping in and saying hi. And I hope you have a quick end to the workday, and you can go on to something more fun after that. Get some highs back and forth. If I skip anybody's, I apologize, but I just want to try to keep up with us all. But Chris was saying we're getting a proper release, hopefully, of Tombstone, my all-time Western. Yeah, a little earlier we were talking about that, the 4K announcement. It sounds like a steelbook, but then also a regular release as well. I have the Blu-ray of that right now. I used to have VHS and then DVD, but I know those are ones I gifted away as I upgraded. But yeah, I remember seeing that in the theater, and that was one that we would quote all the time. Dee was saying, got to get going. Always fun hanging out. Have a great weekend. Oh, I appreciate it, Dee. No worries. Say hi to Chilo and Obi and Rex. Hope everybody is well, and hope you have a great weekend. But yeah, so those are my comfort movies that I watched. There was another rewatch. I watched Better Man again. I just watched it not too awful long ago, but my wife wanted to watch it, and so I said, well, if you want to watch it, and it's on Paramount Plus now, I was like, I'll watch it again. I really enjoyed it, and I think she liked it. But that's one that just did not get much love in the theaters. But I'm not a big musical person. I don't have anything against them, but I just don't lean towards them a lot. So I think those were some things that held me back a little bit. Was it's a musical, and the lead character, Robbie Williams, they portray him as a CGI like monkey in it, but for some reason it works, and it has a lot more emotion and feelings to it than I was expecting when I watched that thing. And I really enjoyed it. I'd say if you have Paramount Plus, give it a shot. See what you think about it. If you don't like it, that's fine. But especially if you have that and it's just included on the streaming service, I think it's worth checking out. It was really good. I had a couple of good friends that kept on singing his praises late before I saw it. Sin from Sin's Corner and Jimmy, Scottish Geek guy, they both talked about that one quite a bit, pretty high, very, very highly. And finally got to watch it, and I agree with them. So I enjoyed it. I have to take a sip here. I'm talking way too much. Sorry if I'm talking really fast. I'm ready for the weekend, I guess. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Unplugged was saying just made a cup of tea. Oh, nice. That's probably what I should be sipping on instead of Diet Pepsi. But especially when it's chilly out, nice to have a nice hot cup of tea or coffee. I'll go for that. Jeff said, Better Man is so good. I think it totally deserves to be part of the Presents line. Yeah, I know that was kind of a curveball a little bit just compared to what they've released on that line in the past of being maybe more older, more established movies. And this might be the first time where it's a new release coming right out on it. But I'll say as of right now, I know I can still cancel, but as of right now, I have that pre-ordered um, to get that. So, but yeah, it's way better than I expected it to be. I'll admit too, it choked me up in some parts too. It hits on some tough topics. I sorry for repeating myself from another stream talking about it, but um, family relationships, um, you know, issues with substances, substance abuse. It goes all over the place, and um, yeah, no, there were some touching moments in that, I would say, but I'm not afraid to admit it. It choked me up in a couple spots. Uh, Chris was saying, yeah, just love what you love. And anime is my comfort. So watch. So, okay. Yeah, cool. There's some anime I need to get into as well. You know, Robbie Williams. So I knew of him before this movie, but not to the level of how huge he was or still is outside of the United States. So he did break into the radio or the charts at the time, early in the 2000s. I don't know, but it's I remember him getting some airplay and like on MTV with videos, but he just didn't. And this is not slighting him at all, but he watching this video and then going and watching YouTube videos um, of some of what they displayed in that movie. Um, it was crazy where, and I apologize if I pronounce it wrong, but is it Nebworth? Nebworth? That is ridiculous. That outdoor, and I mean it in a great way, the outdoor concert that he played and the number of people, the hundreds of thousands of people that are there, it's crazy. So I watched the movie and I'm like, that's nuts. And then I went out to YouTube and pulled up, and actually Gizmo sent me a clip from one of the performances that he did there. And it was for real. Like, it was not an exaggeration at all. The movie, like, I saw that and I'm like, dang, I couldn't even believe how many people were there. And I went and watched the YouTube video of it and I'm like, they're not exaggerating at all. That was literally this scene, the craziness, the hype, everything that was going on. And that was probably his peak, maybe his peak time. And I'm not saying he's not still a big name, but maybe that was, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it kind of seemed like his hitting his height of his fame and the excitement around him. But I couldn't even imagine. Yeah, it was just a sea of people out there for it, but pretty crazy. Unplugged was saying you can always put a dash of whiskey in your tea. LOL. Yeah, maybe later. I'll wait till after work and then I'll I'll do that. But that's an after hours venture for me. But definitely one that I definitely could see doing. Maybe a little bit later today. We'll see. Unplugged was saying, gotta go. Bye bye. See you next time. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Good luck with all. I know you were saying you had a lot of appointments that you were doing. Good luck with all of those coming up. Wish you the best and hope you're doing well. And hope you have a great weekend. I appreciate you stopping in for a bit. We got Larry in here, the Horror Cat Dad, saying finally got to catch one of these again. Oh, thanks for jumping in. I was just talking earlier. Anthony was in here. I don't know if he still is, but he was in a bit earlier, and I was talking about how much fun I had with the two of you on that live stream for that NECA sci-fi unboxing. And I told him it might be months from now, but I may or may not have a horror mystery box coming. It just won't be as big. I know they've scaled them down. So we'll see if you, I said, we'll see if you two are too annoyed with me or if you'd want to do that again, to jump on a stream and, see what I got. And I'm going to take a sip again. Got highs to Larry. Oh, Anthony is still in here. There you go. What's up, Larry? Larry was saying it was a blast and your reaction was priceless, Corey. Oh, I was, so this next one that's coming, I really got to bring my expectations down. Not saying it will be bad, but I think, yeah, that box, that went beyond. Yeah, that was a solid box. We'll say that. That's being an understatement. I was super excited. And I know it might not have been for everybody, but the franchises it was hitting on and the items, and then that final pulling that RoboCop Ed 209, that was, I was very, very happy with that. So we'll see what happens with this next one. I got to hi to Allie. And then saying hi to Holland and Anthony. I was going to ask if anybody's seen this. Let me know. Again, I'm horrible. I write down movies a lot. I need to keep a better spreadsheet or something to keep track of who told me or recommended this movie. I know somebody said this one on a stream. I did not come up with this one by myself, but I remember hearing about it, and I cannot remember who threw it out. So whether you were the one that threw it out or if you've seen it before, let me know. Is one that I don't even know if I don't think it got a theater release, but anyway, saw it was on Shudder, ended up watching it last night. Was great. We were talking about earlier how a lot of times I can't get around to watching something until quite a bit later in the night. And I love those 90-minute or less movies. So I watched last night on Shudder. It was, and get ready for this. It's it's a mouthful for the title, but the 2023 movie it's titled Humanist Vampire Seeking Consenting Suicidal Person. There you go. And it is subtitled. Like I said, a lot of these I'm not saying greatest movie ever, but I had fun with it. It was enjoyable to me. The runtime was perfect for last night. And I don't know. I really liked it. So you have to let me know if you've seen this. If you have Shudder and you're looking for a 90-minute or so movie dealing with vampires and a little different twist to it, Humanist Vampire Seeking Consenting Suicidal Person. If that's not a long title, but I had fun with it. I thought it was really good, but you got to be up for subtitles too. I don't know if there's an English dub version or not, but what I watched, it was with the English subtitles. So that was my watch last night. It was worth the watch, but I hate that I can't remember who threw that out to me. It was one I put on my watch list, and I know it's not one I came across by myself. Somebody had thrown that out there, but I'm blanking on. Like I said, I'm bad about that. Okay, I fell behind again on the chat. Let me see here. See how many I can repeat. Larry was saying at least these newer boxes have been better box condition. Okay, that is a fact. That one I got, like all of them almost were absolutely perfect. The only one I can remember, and I actually have it sitting right here because I was just talking to somebody else about them. I brought them up to show them, but there was the 2 Flash Gordon, the cardboard back ones. And this is like no complaint at all. The worst one was this one, this Ming. And like when you look at it right there, you can't tell, but you can see the bend there. That side, nothing. That side, you can see the bend and a little bit of the separation right there. But oh man, everything else looked almost perfect. And if that's the worst, that's the worst. That's pretty darn good. Like I said, not a complaint at all. Because I'd seen some early boxes, and Larry, I know you had some that were a little rough too, but I know I'd seen some people with some boxes that were just it looked like they'd been punted around a few times or halfway opened and put back together. And so yeah, I can't complain about that at all. They looked like they were, a lot of them looked like they were new. Like I would not have like seen them on a shelf and thought anything about them being bad. But hey Tiana, what's going on? Say hey Corey and everyone. What time we got here? I still go a little longer. I've been putting in a lot of hours this week. I can take a little longer lunch. That's what we'll go with. That's what we'll say for today. Hey Henry, what's going on? So yo, what's up Corey? Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you too. Hope you're doing well, man. You have to let me know if you're still in here. I keep on missing your lives when you're streaming your Fortnite. You have to let me know if you, no pressure if you don't, but if you have a time coming up, throw it in the chat. I need to make a note of it to try to check it out. I'm good at missing people, it seems like. Or I fall asleep before it happens. That happens too. You're West Coast and I'm Central, and that happens. Get some highs back and forth. Chris Ming. Yep. Well, if you like Ming, oh, there you go. Writer's that. I love Flash Gordon. Well, there you go. The other one I had right underneath it. I'll show it for you. So it's like I said, I had them right here. I was actually talking to a friend about, because I was showing it to him to see if they were ones. Not saying anything bad about them, but I didn't want to open them. These were like ones you can't just like put back in the box. And I was checking with him to see if they were ones that he would want before if I kept them, I'd probably end up taking them out. But if he wanted them, I was going to leave them alone. So I was kind of talking to him about those. But we actually have Flash Gordon as well. Look at that. And this one, I mean, yeah, there may be a little bit in there, but it's pretty much perfect. The boxes on this one, it was crazy how nice they were. So, but yeah, there we go. We got Flash Gordon as well. I think the first one I'm going to take out, I'll probably take out that RoboCop Ed 209. There's multiple I want to take out, but I'm trying to think about which ones, if I take them out and maybe put a couple up here at a time to kind of display. But there's the Terminator as well, the Schwarzenegger one. That was pretty cool. But those Back to the Future ones, and there were some Alien ones. It was I was happy. I was very happy. I'm still happy about what was in that one. So this next one, though, coming with the horror, I'd love to see. You have to let me know if you were getting a box of, well, you can say movies too. Maybe you're not into the figures, but whether it was figures or movies, and you got a mystery box, what would be some franchises that you would love to get in there? I'm thinking, there's some big ones. We'll see what we get. You got your Friday the 13th, you got your Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, Chucky, any of those I think would be awesome. There's a lot of smaller ones too, but I think if I could at least get one out of one of the big ones, that'd be pretty cool. And then kind of go from there. But yeah, we'll have to see. Maybe we'll find out in a couple months. Depends how long that. Hopefully the box doesn't take as long as this last one, because that was a long time. Jeff says, "Don't open him." Yeah, those are. If I was gonna give them to somebody or something, I don't want to have it open, because those cardboard back ones, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, once you open it, it's done. The ones like the Terminator and the Back to the Future and the other aliens, other ones like that, they're very easy to open up, take them out, and then to put it all back where it looks nice. It's just these like this. There's nothing you can do after you open that thing up. It's done. So, but the ones that are easy to put all back, yeah, I love opening them up and getting them out. That's great, Corey. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Hey, Maria, what's going on? Saying, hey, Corey, happy Friday and first day of spring. Is it really? Well, there you go. You taught me something today. I didn't realize that. So, I completely blank. Sorry. I'm trying to do a couple things at the same time. But yeah, I hope you're having a great Friday. Hope you have something fun going for the weekend. And happy first day of spring. Means the warmer weather's getting going again, and maybe get back outside a little bit more. So that'll be nice. That'll be nice for sure. Anthony says Ed 209 demands to be unboxed. Oh yeah, I'll get that out. I want to play the sounds too. Yeah, I'm a kid. I want to get it out and see it. And if it's got something like that, the sound thing, I'll have to play that on one of the streams. Unless I get in trouble for the sound of it, but I wouldn't think I would. But never know. Hortensia says, or asked, do they do different movie genres like fantasy, or do you just know about horror and other one? So they do a few different. If you're talking about the mystery boxes, sorry if you're not, they were doing. So when I went out and got it was after Larry, the horror cat dad. He had done an unboxing. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. I was going to go out and get one. Almost all of them were sold out, except they had the one I got was considered sci-fi / fantasy. But they've been, some other people, what they opened, have been all over the board. And there's things that could cross over between sci-fi and horror. So like mine had a lot of, like I had Terminator, a lot of Alien, like I could see those dropping into either one, sci-fi or horror. But when they had all of them going, they had a pop culture one, they had a sci-fi / fantasy, they have a horror, and then they had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle box. So those are the ones that they were running. And now they have the bigger box is quoted to be a lower value than what the earlier ones were, still pretty good. But then they have like a smaller box that you can go for as well if you don't want to pay the full amount, and you just get less things than that, of course. But yeah, those are the ones that I had running. So I did the sci-fi fantasy, and so yeah, I have a horror one coming next. So we'll see what that one entails or has in there. Maria, say hi to Hortensia. Let's see the time. Oh, we're still good for a little bit. Larry was saying the sci-fi one was also fantasy. Yeah, yep. Yeah, it was like sci-fi / fantasy. So, but then that's where there's been a wide range what I've seen in that pack. So mine, I had those 2 Flash Gordon. I had the RoboCop Ed 209. I had a lot of aliens. I had 2 ETs, 2 Back to the Future. What am I missing? There was a Terminator. I'm missing something. I just know I am. That was kind of the mix I had in my box. But then I've seen some of that same sci-fi / fantasy where they've gotten some Harry Potter. I've seen somewhere they got a lot of gargoyles, that series, the animated series. Um, yeah, so it can kind of be a wide range of things you can get in those. Hey Eli, if I could talk, how you doing, man? Say what's up, Corey in chat. Hope the family is doing awesome, my guy. Yeah, they were doing great. Hope you and your household is as well. I cannot talk today. I think I don't know. I always like jokes. Sometimes I talk in cursive where it just kind of blends together. Um, sorry, as long as you can put up with it. But thanks for hanging out with me and putting up with it. There's again, great group of y'all hanging out here. I appreciate it so much. Makes my Friday. Makes me want to do these lunch like more often. My good friend Bacon at Park and Sip, he was one that really got me inspired. He does his lunch live streams, and he's like doing 2 a week. But he was the one that really inspired me to do this. And I was like, oh, it works out perfect because my late lunch is still, even if we did it on the same day, I wouldn't overlap his because I definitely want to get into his when I can and say, hey, because he has such a great group of people that I've met. Many people I've seen in here today, so I truly appreciate that. But yeah, I don't know whether that'd be overkill of me doing it. We'll see. If we do like a Monday and Friday, or I don't know, but I've been having fun with them. Where was I at? I lost my spot. Larry was saying they also had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle one, but no longer doing those since they sold out. Yeah, I think now I've seen still the pop culture, the sci-fi slash fantasy, and horror are the ones that seem like they're still kind of running on those. But I can see where when you're so specific, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, there might be only so much they can do with that. But the others, you have a wide range of things you can throw in the box. So yeah. So if you're a big fan of those, I saw some people that were huge fans of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and were pretty excited about what they got in theirs. But saying hi to Holland. They were saying I agree with Anthony on that one. They were saying I am hoping for a cane from RoboCop. Oh, that would be awesome. I would go for that for sure. I would go with that for sure. That would be cool. I saw somebody else so I got kind of in the rabbit hole of what I was waiting for so long for my box, watching other people doing unboxings of these. And I saw somebody else get the RoboCop, and we were talking about it on the stream, but the RoboCop with the chair, that whole, like the, not examination chair, but his at rest chair in that bigger set. And I would have been happy with that as well. They'd be a pretty cool one to have. If I could talk. Elon was saying the Beyond 4K is back up for pre-order if anyone missed it the first time. Ah, cool. I have seen that, but I don't have that in the collection. I'd have to see what it's going for. Chris C was saying, hell yeah, Eli. I posted that on Instagram. Yeah. There's also a pop culture box. Yep. I haven't seen too many unboxings of that one. I haven't seen really what comes in that. I've seen I've seen pretty much all the rest of them, but most of the time when I go searching, it's like the sci-fi slash fantasy box or the horror. It seems like those are the ones I see the most of. So I might have to, maybe later, maybe that's something I can listen to this afternoon when I'm finishing off the workday. I can take a look and see what some people get in a pop culture box. I'm kind of curious. I'm not sure what goes in. I don't know if I've seen a video of those yet. Gets to hide Anthony from Allie. Larry was saying, good man, Corey. I can't wait to see the horror one. Yeah, it should be fun. Well, and like you said, and the reason I kind of went and got that first box was if you have none or very little of the NECA figures in your collection, it's a great way to get a kickstart into getting into them. I could see like with you or Anthony, where you have quite a few more, where you can get some duplicates and things like that. But somebody like me, yeah, it's a great way to start off the collection, because there's no way I'd buy that many at the face price to get that. I mean, it's crazy the deal you get on them. So, and I like I said, I was very happy with what I got in that. Bacon was saying to Hortensia, "What's up, my favorite DJ?" You know, Jeff saying, "Yo, Bacon, whoop whoop." Doom, what's going on? Saying Wilkie. Hope you're doing well, Doom. Good to see you. Good to see you. How goes it, Ninja? Get some highs back and forth. Bacon and everybody. I always love seeing the love, but let me see if I'll run through here a little bit. Bacon was saying, been listening in, bro. Just working away and calming with the calming voice in the background. Oh, I appreciate it. At least it's calming and not agitating. We'll go with that. So hope you have a good rest of the day, man. Hopefully you can get out of work at a good time and go hang with the family and or friends. Hortensia said those boxes look cool. I was so happy for you when you did your unboxing. I appreciate you hanging out with that too. I geeked out on that one. I'll admit I have not gone back and watched the video. I'd probably make fun of myself if I did. I genuinely got excited through that thing and got excited seeing what the next thing was and how many things were like good hits for my interest. Definitely felt like like one of those kids at Christmas opening up some presents. I had a good time. Some of it kind of went to like a blur too, because I got all excited. Because one thing where I felt in there, the one box where I'm like, there's no way I can grab this with one hand, and I knew it was something big, and I didn't know what it was, and I was like, let's wait on that one, and honestly didn't know what it was, and kept on just reaching around, but just knowing something really big was in there waiting for the end. Yeah, I got I think I kind of went a little excited on it, but hopefully if you joined in with that, hopefully it was fun for everybody else too. But Doom was saying, question, I missed DVD special features and commentary tracks. Have any that come to mind? There's a bunch I need to dig into more. So I'm still watching through. You can I can't point right on the video. Gosh, that back corner right there. Everything's backwards to me in my video. Those are my Criterion movies, and they're very good about special features and extra commentaries and things and deleted scenes, things along those lines. I need to go back, and there's a bunch of them I have not gotten to. I've definitely watched the movie, but I haven't gotten through all the special features. I need to dig into them more because I love them too. There's some fun stuff. And we were talking about how DVDs also went a little bit further, and sometimes they had fun things like interactive games or trivia or things like that in the menus. And those I don't see on future ones. So that's a cool thing with DVDs, but there are still editions coming out that have some really great special features like commentaries, whether it's like a documentary or a commentary track while they're watching it, or TV spots or things along those lines. So nothing particular pops out in my mind right now, but definitely a lot I need to go and take a look at. Maria was saying, what are these boxes you speak of? Oh, I did unboxing NECA, NECA, I believe. NECA is a company that makes collectible figures and sets, and they do these mystery boxes where you can kind of pick a theme and you get a box. And the catch is like you don't know what's in there, but it's valued over quite a bit over what you pay for it. So I got the hiccups now, sorry. So it's a little bit of a grab bag or, little mystery box thing. So yeah, that's what we were talking about. I had a live stream doing that with Larry and Anthony, and it was fun to go through that. I was pretty excited about what I got in the one I did. Doom was saying Carpenter and Russell commentaries are gold for Big Trouble and The Thing. Oh, cool. I'll have to go back and check those out. I'm bad about getting. I love them, but it's sometimes I watch the movie and then go on to the next movie and don't dig into those special features. But I could see those being great. Yeah. Maria saying hi to Bacon and Doom. Maria was saying, wait, you did an unboxing? I'm so behind on everything. Oops. Oh no, don't worry. There's so much stuff going on and so hard to keep up with everything. But yeah, I do have it ended up being longer than I thought, but maybe it was because I got excited and started. I won't shut up and keep on talking. But yeah, so on my channel, there is one that's like a NECA live mystery box unboxing that I did for that. So it was a lot of fun, but don't worry about it. There's so much to keep up with. I can't do it. I have so many friends doing fun stuff on YouTube and Instagram. I try to keep up with as much as I can, but it's impossible to keep everything going. So no worries at all. You're here today saying, hey, that's what's cool. And I appreciate it. Papa Goss. Sorry, I always say that wrong probably. But hey, buddy, just saw this pop up on my feed. Sorry, oh, no worries at all. Thanks for jumping in. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Hope you got a weekend coming up here that you're looking forward to. I got some highs back and forth. Yeah, Doom was saying, yep, Easter eggs in the menu. Yeah, absolutely. There is a lot of fun stuff in those. Papa Gas was saying, love physical media so much. I've been getting back into collecting some steelbooks and Blu-rays again. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, it's fun. It's cool to, grab some of your favorites and, you always got them to watch, or sometimes it's a good way to check out some new things as well. But, well, good for you. Yeah, if you ever run across anything that was an old favorite that you loved getting back to watch again, or that something new you saw, like always cool to hear. So you'll have to let me know. Hey Steve, what's going on? Steve Mayer's in here saying greetings, Corey and Flick friends. Thanks for jumping in, man. Hope you're doing well. Doom was saying NECA is great. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that. I had a good time with it. Bacon saying what up to Maria. Hope all is well with you. But yeah, but everybody, this has been awesome. Gosh, that's where I don't want to go back to work. This is way more fun hanging out with everybody and chatting. But I probably do have to wrap it up for today. But I could see coming back and doing these maybe even a little more often. That's where I always love jumping into. Bacon was just in there talking, but seeing him do his multiple lunch streams in a week. I think usually Tuesday and Thursdays. I get to hang out and see him a bit on those. So that's always a good time. We'll have to see. I don't know. I always get a kick out of doing this. As long as people want to come and hang out and have fun doing this, I could see doing more. If not, and this is like one a week is like, that's good. No offense. I can understand that as well, but we will see. Let's see here. We got some more chats coming in. Anthony was saying, I love movies and collecting, but it's this awesome community that makes it all worth it. Thanks everybody. Oh, absolutely. Well, you're one of the great people I've gotten to meet because of all this. So I agree with you. Maria saying hi to Bacon. Sean saying, enjoy the rest of the day, Corey. Take care, everyone, and have a good week or a good weekend. Yep. Yeah, you too, man. We'll have to check it out. Like I said, I'm having a hard time keeping up with everybody, but I'll have to see if you got any live streams coming up. But I hope you have a great one. Good to see you. Steve was saying, what up to Anthony? Some highs to Sean. Eli saying hi to Steve. I love all the highs back and forth. Hortensia was saying, I like your lives, Corey. Thank you. Oh, perfect. I appreciate it. I'll take that. Thank you for the compliment. That's a great compliment. So if you were just like, nah, we don't want to hear you that much, Corey, which I completely understand. Jeff was saying, have a fantastic weekend, Corey. Take a lunch with us anytime. We'll be here. Oh, awesome. I appreciate it. I'll be watching for your streams coming out. I'll have to see if you got a premiere coming out this weekend. Not that you have to, but it seems like every once in a while I get this, like, it's not saying you're last minute, but I just see it last minute of like a premiere coming out of yours or something. So I'll have to keep an eye out for that. Eli saying hi. As Chris was saying, hit that like, everyone. Yeah. If you feel like it, before you get out of here today, throw a little like on there, a little thumbs up. Always appreciate it. I got some highs back and forth. You guys are awesome. Saying, hey, Steve. Steve was saying, what flicks are you planning on seeing this weekend? I need to come up with that. But one I just got in from a deal. I've seen it before, and it's funny, but we were talking about it, but I might possibly watch Friday sometime this weekend. Always, it's always fun to have like a good laugh, a good funny movie thrown in somewhere. So that one might get in there. And then I have 2 episodes left of the first season of Invincible. I'm thinking I'm going to try to get those done to finish up season 1, since they're on season 3 now and I'm behind. I was late to it. And then after that, I don't know, but I would love to get at least 1 or 2 more movies in. We'll see. I might be stretching things, but we'll see how busy everything is. But that's what I got right now. So Friday I could see sometime the last 2 episodes of Invincible, and after that I got to figure it out. But agreeing with Hortensia. Bacon was saying, LOL, yes, I just watched it last night. Was it for Friday? Maybe. Yeah, there you go. Bacon saying, what up, big perm? I mean, big worm. Steve was saying Friday is a classic comedy. Yeah, that's where it's hard to go wrong with that. Have a good laugh. Eli says, Zane Corey, Friday on Blu-ray. I'm still rocking the DVD set. I just got it in. Groove, they might still have it going on, but they had a March Madness sale. It was like a 3 Blu-rays for something. Ended up working out to like, I can't remember what the total. It ended up being like it was less than $7 a piece when it was all said and done. Lord of the Rings. Yeah, I could get number 2, the second one going. I've seen the first one. I got to get through that series for sure. Now I got the 4Ks of those, but now I got the extended version, so it's going to take me even longer to get through. But yes, Hortensia, that would be a definite. That's a good possibility. Maria was saying, Corey, have you tried the Amazon Prime member theater movie deal? I don't know if I know about that. I'll have to look that up. No, I have not. I will look that up and see what that's all about. That's new to me, Maria. But that's why I love doing these things. Like there's some things that maybe it's just obvious to everybody else, but I just haven't come across it. But no, I have not. Amazon Prime movie theater movie deal. All right. I'll have to look that up after. Sean saying, going live tonight, watching Henry, portrait of a serial killer, if I could talk, at 9:30 Eastern. Okay, cool. I'll have to see what's going on. I'll try to drop in at least for a little bit and say, hey, it's always fun hanging out with y'all. Hortensia was saying, or The Hobbit, Corey. I got to get through the Lord of the Rings first. I got the first one. I'm not saying no to Hobbit, but I definitely will get through I'm going to get through the Lord of the Rings first before I go to take on the Hobbit. So we'll do that. Bacon was saying to Steve, bro, I still had the stolen VHS copy I had from Blockbuster. Stolen sounds bad. I mean, unreturned copy of Friday. That's funny. Excellent choice. See you then. For Sean. Henry is great. Steve was saying, haha, you're not alone. I have an extensive collection of unreturned Blockbuster goods. That's funny. Got some laughs back and forth. So, all right, we'll finish out the chat here. Maria was saying, I've yet to meet anyone that has used it. Nuts, like free movie ticket and pop. I went for any theater. I'll have to look that up. See if my local theater participates in that or not. But I'm intrigued. I'm glad you said something, Maria. I'm going to have to look that up a little bit later. I have to get to work right after this, but then I'll have to check that out. I'll definitely write that down. And I don't have my pen here. I will look that up and see what that's all about. So All right, everybody. Unfortunately, I think I will have to get back to work in the real world for just a little bit. I appreciate you giving me my little time out from the real world and get to hang out, have fun with you all. And um, this makes my Fridays, man. It does. The rest of my day is going to go so fast, and it's always good to hang out with everybody. We had a great crowd again today. It's fun when a bunch of friends get together and hang out, at least in my opinion. So I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all doing this with me. So love you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Everybody, the time you spend in here hanging out and talking, chatting, entertaining me for a little bit, I appreciate it so much. It means the world. Always have a good time with it. So thank you very much. And very interactive in the chat. It's crazy good how great you guys run through that. I see a lot of like goodbyes here, just saying that. Have a good one. Goodbye, everybody. If I could talk, I'm flustering myself here. Eli was saying, great stream, Corey. Have a great weekend. But yeah, with that, I'm going to close her out for today. Love you all. Thank you so much. We'll be doing this again really soon, maybe more often. We'll see if people can put up with me that much. So thanks again. Love you. Have a great weekend. And we'll talk.